How can someone be non-binary? The last time this was asked, most of the comments boiled down to, it's how they feel and you should accept that they feel that way. I can't argue against how other people feel even if it doesn't make sense to me. This is a really useful conversation for me. I'm like you. I'm cis female but with no strong gendered feelings or identity. I go with the flow because it's easy. I have no skin in the game. So it's hard for me to imagine people who have strong gendered feelings, who feel female, or male, or both, or neither. But unlike me, they feel it strongly instead of weak as a whisper. But the thing is, they really feel it, and because they really feel it, it's important. It really causes pain and anxiety. And really, that's all that matters to me. Or you. Or anyone else. It's not my pain. But it is pain and it real. And that's enough to understand. To quote one of my favorite shows, people get built different. We don't need to figure it out. We just need to respect it. I don't understand it either, but if they feel compelled to be non-binary, let them. I don't know if this is accurate, but you clearly don't think of yourself as a man, right? You would feel uncomfortable with that. It'd feel wrong. Now imagine that, but with both genders. There is a lot of nuance this overlooks, but maybe it helps you understand one example. But I might be way off. Not something I know much about. I don't understand either. I'm biologically male and my voice isn't deep at all, so all the time on the phone people call me ma'am or something and it never bothers me. I just go with the flow. It's just a word. Then right after the phone call I immediately forget about it. I don't really understand it either. Because I lack understanding. I don't judge it, or have any real opinions on it. How can you have a valid or meaningful opinion on something you lack understanding of? Non-binary people clearly exist. So all we can do is accept these people as valid, and respect whatever it is they are experiencing in their own bodies and own lives. What you're experiencing is comfort within your own gender identity. You're complacent and comfortable where you're at. People who aren't cisgender or binary don't feel this way. Everything you described you feel or don't feel. Non-binary folks feel differently about. You don't have to understand everything for it to be valid. If you're not non-binary, then it's simply not for you. It's the cynical point of view. But I think it puts things into perspective. Like, I don't get or understand accounting, or the appeal of Harry Potter, or modern country music. But they're all valid. Non-binary isn't a gender identity either. It's like an umbrella term that encompasses all gender identities that fall outside of the gender. Binary. Man, woman. So non-binary can be one of many different things depending on what society, region, culture you are in. Many cultures and countries have recognized, both socially and legally, various non-binary gender identities for years and even centuries. Like a more non-binary gender-specific variation of the word queer. I don't think about feeling like a girl 24/7. I just feel like me. But that doesn't make me feel non-binary. I feel comfortable dressing or acting any way. This is the problem. We can't understand a problem we don't experience. There is no way for us to fully understand it. All we can do is listen and respect. I don't get it either. People notice they're non-binary because they don't feel like their assigned gender is right. You feel your gender is correct. So that's why you don't feel non-binary. People who are non-binary feel comfortable with their non-binary gender in the same way you feel comfortable with yours, if that makes any sense. You feel comfortable as a girl, and they feel more comfortable as non-binary. I feel like I'm both female and male. I've had anxiety attacks thinking of wearing a dress or looking feminine. But I also don't feel discomfort in my female body. I like it when I can pass as a man on the streets and to be called a he or a young man. It feels right. But it also doesn't feel wrong to be a woman. I know that my mind is a 50-50, and coming to terms with that has been great for my own peace of mind. Grin. Here's my best way to describe it. There are 2 rooms in front of you. One on your left, one on your right. You can hear everyone shouting at you to go through one door and stay there. So you do. But it's too small. And all of it just feels wrong. Like mixing mayonnaise and chocolate pudding. So you move to the next room, believing it will make you feel better. Surely this one has more space. If the other room doesn't work, you think. But you get there and it's the same. You're cramped. And everything is wrong and leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. Some days you think, I might be able to adjust here, but you never do. That's when you realize there's a third room, a perfectly spaced, comfortable little hallway. You only stay there a little at first, not wanting people to think you're strange. But after a bit, you just stay in the hallway. Some people might get upset, but you have a place. Finally. I don't know. This might seem more confusing. And everyone's journey is different. Just respect us and don't purposefully try to push someone into either one of the rooms. You walk around as a girl feeling like yourself. Good. Imagine walking around as a girl but not feeling like yourself because you feel like being a girl. Feels wrong to you. That would suck. I don't get it either. But then I think about how the older generations don't understand sexuality. I imagine my kids will grow up in a society where being non-binary is the new normal. For me, it's less about what I do or don't feel like and more about knowing what makes me uncomfortable. Very quickly I realized she, her and he, him makes me uncomfortable. But a neutral term like they, them makes me comfortable. I don't feel I have to dress or be completely androgynous to be valid. Though it's helpful. I just like being neutral. You'll never be able to intuitively understand it because you are not a non-binary person. I don't get it either, but I respect how they feel is valid and I respect them. Don't understand it, but I don't care enough to want to understand it. As long as someone isn't a prick, I'll respect them however they want. Couldn't care less about why or how. People being people and in search of community. Feelings ain't logical and we really shouldn't be trying to rationalize it. People are people and act as such for reasons. How does a non-binary person know what being the other sex feels like? I understand that they don't feel as if they fit in theirs and feel as if they fit in another or none at all. But they don't actually know what that feels like. They only imagine knowing what that is like. I only know my own experience, but personally it feels like I always think about it. I feel neither feminine nor masculine, and while other people can just accept that and not think about it, I can't get rid of the thought. I look in the mirror and wish my chest was smaller or my hips were narrower. It's not a thought I want to have. It's just always there. I can't look at myself without wanting to be androgynous. I feel uncomfortable imagining how people perceive me. It's not something I can stop thinking about. And I think that's part of how I know it's important, I guess. Clearly there's more to it than that, but I don't want to write a novel, lol.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.